Hello, everyone. I am going to quickly introduce the innovation space and kind of take you through a whirlwind tour of what we are dreaming up here at Glendale. My name is Joe Dufour, and I am helping put together some of the designs and some of the aspects of how this will all shake out in the end. But I'm going to take you through slide by slide as quickly as I can here. First, major improvements are going to do all of these things for both the school district and, more importantly, the students in the end, which is promoting forward thinking for learning. We want to create a space that really helps change the way kids can learn and grow in their education and be ready for future kind of learning and future jobs and future societal changes. Another place is the thing that we want to do is make sure that we have equitable access and a shared culture. So we really want this to promote that kind of sharing and access for any student anytime to this new type of learning and these new kind of spaces where we want to be able to bring students what they need when they need it. A space for reinforcing the exceptional classroom practice. This is related to that exceptional learning and thinking, but it also just helps with classroom practice from giving us more breakout spaces, more pod style learning, more group learning, more innovative learning, and even some more individualized learning as the teacher and as the students and as the groups need when they need it. And then we also want to make sure that we promote collaboration and sharing, not just of this space, but that the space promotes that across the board and across all of the different curricular areas. And then in the end, we want all of this to certainly help with transitions, flow, and flexibility of the space intended. In other words, walking through the space should make more sense. It should look more beautiful, but it should also be more functional. All right, let's get moving here. So basically, forward thinking and learning would involve things like this, like having 3D printers and other innovative concepts like wide format printers, a wall that you might want to print on, or where students can actually connect with classrooms across the globe. And that would look like this area right here, where we're talking about actually being involved here in this innovative learning lab space where you have a presentation screen with a magnified whiteboard in the back, the printers up here, but this space is really flexible for teachers to be able to do whatever they would like and teach and learn in a different way and different styles. So that's that space, and the kind of multimedia space and high intense technology use. Then we have the equitable access and shared culture. This is about any student anytime having access to manipulatives, tangible spaces that they can actually create and engineer things is a huge component of making sure that everyone has the ability to not just learn materials, but actually to apply them. And we have the exceptional learning and classroom practice. Really what we're talking about here is back here where we're intending to revamp and repurpose these computer labs and make them much more modular so that these walls right here are not walls at all, but actually they move out and move around. Same with all of these components and spaces. However, we have more of a pod structure where students can break off into groups. You can shuffle things around and make it a whole class learning experience, or you can even have more independent learning styles and learning groups as needed. Looking something possibly a little bit like this, but essentially where the space is very, very flexible and very, very educational driven. Then we have this space over here in the corner that is really for promoting individual sort of slow thinking, slow work, where you get to distill your thoughts and kind of work and re-energize yourself over here in the corner, kind of like a study area with adjustable desks so that you can actually raise and lower them for your accommodated style of learning, your accommodated practice in learning. Collaboration and sharing. This is the space where we would also promote that huge collaboration and sharing so that these kind of pod style desks and things could slide around into more collaborative spaces where students could share and get together and gather together to easily share with one another, but also share with the entire class. So things like this where you have the whiteboards that are double as partial walls where we can string them together to create a more intense sharing collaboration zone, or open them up so that we have like a whole class discussion kind of concept going on, but we also have the whiteboard space and the tax space where we can put information up there and display things as needed. So flow and flexibility. Finally, we just want to make sure that these walls right here, this half wall, is the only permanent thing in the room, so that we really kind of promote that flow and walk through space from either angle. And this movable wall can then shuffle around to create all the different spaces as needed, with all kinds of colorful chairs and furniture. These, by the way, are not the exact chairs and furniture, but the color concepts are more along the lines of what we're looking for. And we would even plan on putting some redesigned flow concepts in the flooring so that people would know how they were supposed to transfer and move through those spaces into the next direction. That's the basics of the innovation space in a nutshell, as quickly as I could do it for you. So essentially, we have walls that are movable, flexible spaces for all kinds of learning, equitable access, and a new future-ready kind of learning.